Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. Today I thought I'd talk about comparison and retrospect. I think in life that most unhappiness or lack of acceptance of ourselves comes from those two things. That when you get into comparing yourself with other people, one of two things is probably going to happen. One is you're going to think you're better than them. But that's probably less often than thinking, wow, what is it that they know that I don't know? How come they're so successful and I'm not successful? So when we get into comparison, we think we ought to be maybe something other than who we are. Retrospect is that looking back and thinking you should have known better, and that's a great one. Boy, people get lost in that. I'm divorced. I should have known better. I did this. I did that, and then they spend years and years and years of beating up on themselves because they think they should have known better. So, I like analogy. Bring a point home. It'd be like telling or having a child who gets up and walks for the first time, having the ability to stop after they take 10 steps and go, oh my God, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have crawled for 2 years. If I'd just known, then I could have just got up and walked and I could have saved my knees and everything else. And so, that's kind of a funny way of saying it, I guess, but that's really what we're doing, Like I said, we look back on old relationships and we say how we did a horrible job, but excuse me. But if you don't know better and you're learning, that's the step you're in. So retrospect is kind of a weird deal. It's kind of like the good old days weren't all that good. You know what I mean? It was just a moment. It really wasn't a whole period. It was like good old days, the good old days. Yeah, maybe not. And then comparison. Joe Blow's got that car and he's got a good job, and why, if I just paid attention, mix a little retrospect in there and in with your comparison, and then you can beat yourself up. And that's a great use of present time. Beating yourself up for something you did in the past, or beating yourself up for something you think you ought to be, and not paying attention to what you're great at today and how you're blessed today. And so, the idea is to wake up to some of this. That you don't have to live your life this way. It isn't that it isn't going to come up, This stuff comes up all the time. But what do you want to do with it? So find a way to reframe it, Find a way to go, really? I don't think I'd want to be him anyway. Or, really? I like the car I got, I'm fine. Or whatever it is. And so that's the word of today, is how do you get out of the idea that you should be or you ought to be somebody different than who you are. Get into who am I? What am I doing? Do I like who I am and what I'm doing? And the answer is, if I'd like something different, then begin to do something different. Don't blame it on what somebody else is doing. Look at your own life and say, you know what? I decided I want a better circle of influence, people I love, be around people I love, and have more fun. And that's what I'm going to do. And then begin to do that. And then life probably will get a lot simpler. So that's the word of today. Life is good today. It's the only day we got. It's the only day I got. So I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to go meet my buddy Ken Williamson, give him the copy of my first edit on my book so he can take a look at it, and meet my son Brad for lunch and talk to him about a few things. So I'm looking forward today. I hope you're looking forward to your day today, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye. And once again, let's get this thing to turn off.